palitaw, and I learned to make it at Sama and from my Lola too. But anyways, now we should get to it. The ingredients for palitaw are 2 cups sweet rice flour, 1 cup water, and for toppings, you will need some shredded coconut, some sesame seed, and some coconut sugar, brown sugar, or white sugar.
What do you have there?
Coconut sugar. The equipment you will need is a mixing bowl, a cup, spoon thingy, a cup, and a mixing spoon. I would suggest use 2 mixing spoons. This one is not really a mixing spoon. It's just scoop out the palitaw and drain the water at the same time. And then a pot filled with boiling water. And let's get started. The first step is add your sweet rice flour and water to the mixing bowl.
Do a little more.
Then you can mix with your mixing spoon or your hands. I'm going to do with my hands because it is more fun. And make sure your hands are clean if you want to do it with your hands. But yeah, that is what you have to do so far, and you have to knead it or mix it with your hands or spoon until it is kind of like dough, not too watery or too crumbly. The dough should look kind of like this. It should look kind of squishy and doughy. But yeah. Now, once you are finished with the kneading and doing all your dough thingies, you can take a mini part of your dough and take a part from it and roll it around like a ball. And it should look like this. Then put it on a plate and press down with your finger. And don't press too hard because you might crack it.
Let's wipe your hands a little bit, Chef Nora.
But keep doing that with your dough.
And Chef Nora, can I make one addition for everyone?
Yeah.
As you've seen is that Sophia and Sous Chef Nana and Nora have been adding bit by bit of water. So if you are in the process of cooking along and are making your dough and find that it's too soft, it's okay. You can fix it. Just sprinkle in a little bit more of your flour until you get that texture just like what Chef Nora has in her hand. It's always okay to correct it.
And once you make the doughy ball and press down, it should look circular, like that. You can make size, you can make big as you want. Last time that I made it small, it didn't work, but sometimes it does. So big or small is kind of optional. And that's what it should look like. It should get doughy and bally.
Different sizes. Yeah?
Yeah. And once you have finished with your dough bally things, you can carefully put them in your pot.
What's in the pot, Nora?
Boiling water.
And Chef Nora, how many palitaw should we put in the pot at a time? Should we put a lot or just a few? What's your advice?
Worked for me was 5 or 7 at a time, and it worked well when you put 5 or 7 in at a time. Palitaw means rise, by the way. So once your palitaw have expanded and risen to the top of the water, you can take them out. But just keep doing that same process with the rest of your dough. Ball it up and then press down. And then you can put it inside the pot with boiling water.
Shall we take a peek and see if they're rising yet?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's look. Can you see that? Is there any rising? Oh, there's one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and get it out.
And I would suggest using the spoon to take it out, because if you look carefully, the spoon takes the palitaw and it drains the water when you take it out. Then you can just put it on the plate. And and you can take them one by one. You don't have to wait till all of the palitaw have risen. You can do it if one's risen and the rest haven't. But, yeah.
All
Do you want to say anything, Eileen? Oh, thank you for the invitation, Chef Nora. I think this is so amazing to see you lead this. Maybe one thing I will just add is for those, many of you might be very familiar of cooking different kinds of sweet rice treats, Filipino and other Asian cultures. But just want to make one addition is that what I've learned or what we've learned in camp is that many of these treats that have malagkit or sweet rice flour or mochiko flour are actually connected to this time of year because of the rice harvest. So even though we might be able to find these kinds of ingredients in our stores all around the year, it's very special to make it this time of year because traditionally this would line up with the harvest. So in a lot of ways, our Pasko treats are still connected to these older cycles. Salamat, Chef Nora.
You're welcome. And while we're waiting, you can make a mix of this is optional by the way, make a mix of your brown sugar and your shredded coconuts for the topping. It should look like this once you finish mixing. And if you'd like, you can also add sesame seed to the mix. And with the palitaw you have done, you can flip them around in this bowl to get the mixture on the palitaw, and then you can sprinkle sesame seed. And do that until you've run out of palitaw. And once you've finished, it should look like this. If you do different sizes, you'll have big palitaw and small palitaw that are done. And ow, sometimes you can get burnt.
Because it just came out of the pot, right? All right.
Any more tips, Tita Eileen?
Oh, I would say tips are listen to what Chef Nora tells you in the kitchen. This is beautiful. And I will add that, and Nora and Sophia, you might have memories of this. For those who enjoy making palitaw in this way, if you ever want to make any spin-offs in the future, you could also mash in some camote or ube into the dough and have a beautiful purple color. So palitaw possibilities are endless.
Ow.
So any final words, Nora?
You should make more dough. I mean palitaw. Thank you.
Salakpak, salamat family.
And enjoy your palitaw. And share it with your family and maybe your neighbors if you like. And I also like palitaw because it's a simple recipe to make, and after it's delicious treat that honors my culture. I hope you like your palitaw too.
If you're making palitaw, we hope you'll share it with us later at the end of the show. Salamat po.
Salamat po.